Fuego. Cause you look so good. Put me on me, on me. I can't see her. Part of me wants some coffee. If I drink some coffee, I'm gonna have to pay. I kind of want. I guess I should have the subject or something to talk about, just in case. Laws in America. I need to study more of my Constitution. You know that. I know I've got rights. I know that I don't know them all verbatim. When you know better, you can do better. I was thinking like how a traffic stop can be simple. I think that it has to do a lot with the officer at that moment. Where is their freaking time? Because if they on some BS, it's not going to be just a simple pull you over, what are you doing, or I pulled you over for this reason. I think that's like they're supposed to initially come at you. This is why I pulled you over, not where are you going tonight, what's going on, what's this, all these questions. Should start with a statement. Pulled you over because of this and that. A lot of people get pulled over, and that's not how it starts. It starts with a bunch of questions, and then those people have questions like, what you pulled me over for? And the officer, how I get it is, they don't really have a reason. They've been attempting to make up one from the moment they decided to pull you over, and they just still can't seem to come up as to why they don't just tell people this is why I pulled you over. And for those who do this, a lot of guys also lose one spot. You got some people that end up getting put in jail they kept questioning that officer, what you pulled me over for, what you pulled me over for, what you pulled me over for. And the officer is now like, calm down. It's like, no, calm down, shit, what you pulled me over for? Especially when you know that you haven't did anything. When you know, like, you knew you were driving right. You know your tax is up to date. So all you can do is feel like, okay, what is this? Am I want to buzz me for? They just want to F with me. And we get on the defensive, and it's just a natural reaction. But it can be taken out of context and used against you. I want to study up about laws. But studying was just never really my thing. It's like I learn it. Like you tell it to me and I'll learn it. Give it to me an example and I'll learn it. But to have to actually go and study it, gosh. Pressure. That may be some of the flaws to my poker game. I don't study. It's never been one of my strong points. No problem. Like, I don't really feel like I need to study when I sit at the table. I study later. But there's just small little things that I know I feel if I studied I wouldn't do because I would have known better. Overall, it's alright. Back to the topic, being pulled over, harassed, and you get arrested. It really goes deeper than that. But anyway, what it do? Is it morning for you or afternoon? It's early for me. Actually, I'm a little too early. I got about 3 more hours, 3.5. Well, it's 2.5 hours. I'll go park. We're going to head out. I'm going to go on a little 24-hour, 30-hour adventure. I left a little early because I was getting tired. Sitting around. Guys, and had a little bit of rain. My mind is just brewing is all. I got a lot on it. Things I wanna do. could do, I thought I'd hang out and say what's up to you all, whenever, just because that was one real topic. Well, I could talk about some current events. Um, Went to the movies yesterday. I saw a flashback that I've seen like just tons of times. Young Schwarzenstein. Oh well, that's cool the way that the moon is. It's really like the way that the clouds are covering the moon is what's really kind of cool. And that was a good one. Well, the thing is, I've seen it like so many times on TV, but I had never seen it in the theater. So I got a chance to see it in the theater, and that was great. Um, but then I also saw one battle after another, and that was really deep. That was so many directions of deepness. Like, and I have no one to really speak to relate about it. Go eat with me. I'm actually gonna go see it again. I have to. I need to watch that movie again. I saw Dragon Slayer. That was that was deep in its own right. Um, it was kind of like to me a typical Asian movie. Even though it was anime, it was like, somebody gonna do somebody wrong, somebody gonna learn or better their skills, and they go whoop smash. So that's what happened. It's revenge and honor. So it was like a typical Mexican Asian movie. Unlike those little mini dramas, like for 3 minutes that be on like Facebook, those things are just like wow. Those be pretty cool little dramas. Somebody always gets slapped too. I really like crazy. My mind is a blank. I got something on my brain, but I just like I want to talk about it. Waiters on operation get money, real money. A little bit of chickity change, just 50 grand on the road to 50 grand. on a little overnight trip to see if I can hustle it up. Yeah, I got that mind of a real hustler, you know, and all legal. Go shoot some dice. Heard me? Hell yeah. Go shoot some dice. We're gonna make 50 grand in 24 hours. Let's go. If you want it, if you get it, let me know. It ain't about just getting your point, it's getting all those side bets. I believe in you do everything that you can do before you just ask for a handout. Ask by the help. And I feel like whether it's no matter what part it is, it's about it. If I can get 50 grand in 24 hours, whether it be the right pool, the right whatever bet, if it's meant to be, the jackpot gonna hit me, or that deck is gonna hit me, or you can get 50 grand. It'd be cool to just hit 50 slots and get a grand off each slot, no damn thing, you know, no chasing, no tricking. That's gonna be the journey. Starting at 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. That's about 20 hours. We got 20 hours to make 50K. I'm not sure what's going to be the first thing I do. I don't know. When I get there. I know there's some morning poker tournaments to get into. A lot of slot machines all over the place. But we only got 20 hours. That's gonna be the video. 50K in 20 hours. Can we do it? Yeah, hell yeah. It's definitely possible. It is possible. Anywhere across the, state of Nevada and in Texas, them boys, my understanding, play wild and loose. Good amount of it. I love that too. I want to like kind of hurry up a little bit, at least get close to my final destination. This part of the tour. Take a little nap. Oh man. Slow down. Right at the wall. Oh man. My little boring conversation. Excuse me. Oh, these are important. Some potato chips. Oh man, I'm just blah. Just a little blah. Hey, crazy. It's a little bit of crazies on Washington Avenue. You better watch out. Man, you ever like known somebody or you yourself dated somebody that um, started off as it was going to be a quick weekend rendezvous, and then to me, I felt like the one who felt more so like they were being a little loose, like to say, "Babe, hey, let's see, let's go somewhere." And so then you end up, I don't even want to call it dating, but for lack of a better word, you date somebody that is constantly feeling like you are messing around with them and the rest of the world, and you're like, what are you talking about? And you're like, and it's just like, uh, uh, warning, 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 leave this crazy person alone. I did, and for me, it was my first experience associating with someone of that fine mental caliber. I was just like, oh, snap. So we're now, yeah, it's just like, gotta go. I can't mess with no crazy asshole. And, but at that time, it was just like, hey, what's going on? Like, I wouldn't do those things. That's not me. Let me show you, And, yeah, it was just doom, like Friday the 13th dude, doom, from the beginning. And it's like, I knew better. Like, if you ever hesitant to do something, especially like mess with somebody, that means that's for a reason. If you contemplate, if you ain't playing hard to get, you really contemplate like, wait, I should. That means that you should not. Some Washington Avenue. So many things in life that you feel like I would just love to take back. If I could love back time, if I could find my way, can't turn back time, so stop wishing it. Doesn't matter. It's only in them little Asian dramas on Facebook that time turn back around. If I could reach the stars, I'd give it all to you. Oh man, it's been a blah. That I got so much on my mind. I'm gonna keep it real though. Never let it pull another raw deal though. Already by the exit. Wow. Oh, chicken, what? I got a like. What did I get a like on? Hey. Oh, snap. I'm just thinking that. I know that I'm just so full of blood right now. Excuse me. Now you heard that motorcycle revving up. The prunes and the potato chips are digested. Yes, I'll need prunes and potato chips. You want me to take this out? See, if I would have had, like, took a nap, waited an hour, everything would have changed. See where we gonna be at. I get cold, I get hot, I get cold. Oof. Being a female ain't no joke. But it really is my feet. My feet stay cold the most. So annoying. Oh, find the parking lot that renting for the day. Apartment is like, you're only gonna be gone. Well, I'm gonna be gone like a day and a half. Maybe saving a couple bucks. Is it really worth it? Compared to just parking at the airport. I'm looking at some of today's special, $9.99 a day. Hey, that was the price I paid. Did it tell me a time yet or anything? I could just park right there in the gas station. That way, you know. Um, oh, I missed it. Didn't make a U-turn. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Is like park in the gas station area. Oh, 111. Is this it? I think that's it right there. I don't think I can make a U-turn. Okay, here I can. I think that's where I'm gonna be parking at right there. I think so. Which that would be kind of cool. It is. Oh, there's like a cell lot. Yeah, like a parking lot very close. I think that is it. That was it. Cool. But I still got a couple hours to go. No, parking too early then, you know, 'cause they're going to charge you from the moment you get up in there. They ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Chicka chicka wah wah. Ooh, that car is flying. Oh, it's a Wendy's here. Okay, Wendy's is not open right now. Park. I don't want to park too off the beaten path. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna park in the back by the fence. That looks a little weird. I'll park in front of a little Punjabi restaurant. I wish they was open. I like some Punjabi food. It's funny. I seen the thing about astrological sign, and they talk about, excuse me, talk about how we like to eat, and I'm just heck a weak because it's like then I started noticing like, yeah, I do like to eat, huh? I like to have something to eat. You know, munch on. Like even if I'm bored or something, I want to have something to munch on. Okay. I'm not trying to go too early. Where are you looking at me? I look all blurry to myself right now. It's like funny. Why are you over there looking at me? while I'm still standing here. Oh man, you can learn so much about yourself when you just really sit back and chill while you're over there looking at me while I'm just standing here. Is that how it goes? I'm a little hot. Give me a little air for a minute. Haven't been to this airport in a long time. Last time I was at this airport, I was headed to Miami. As much as I adore, I don't know. I was gonna say as much as I adore females, I cannot interact with them much, but that's not true. Uh, it's just that's a couple of women of color that I've been involved with. It's almost like I look at it now like they were in a competition with me that I didn't know about. I'm sure if I heard me say that, it'd be like, what? Competition with you? Blah, 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 and do all that again. It's like, okay, all right, relax. Competition, not about like looks or body type or anything. That's not. It was like a respect. Yeah, competition for respect. I was going to demand my respect, whether they wanted to give it to me or not. What's this one? Ooh, reefer tea. That's funny. Make sure I got the ones. Gonna have a napkin. Do I have a napkin? Oh, I was looking for this gum. Oh my goodness. I was looking like I was like, I know I've seen my gum somewhere, dang it. We closed right now. Come to the window. Whatever you want, I'll get it. I'm at a gas station. I know I'm gonna need my gum. Ouch. going to hell no more. You got to do it the manimal way. Animals, what I mean. But anybody remember that TV show, Manimal? That was a cool ass show. That and the dude who was a lion. Knight Rider was the shit. Because basically, they were like, there will be a self-driving car, and should Siri talk to you? I mean, kid had like straight up conversations. But I should set my alarm. I'm not really sleepy. Fatigue. Why is it that the men are forgiven and the women aren't? That's a Tony Braxton quote. My, oh my, how could this be? Hold on, I'm gonna get that. My, oh my, how could this be? There she goes, talking in her sleep. I ain't really ready. Oh. Now I had just saw the cop turn that corner. And then all of a sudden, here comes another cop from behind. Who he got his lights and silence on. The other one just went up through, or it hit his lights just to go through the light. And something was happening over there. Obviously. Running through. Think twice, you're like, damn, what? How much is the gas? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Oh. And here comes another one. There's something going on. And here comes another one. It's like they hit the sirens just to know. What is going on? I was like,
bold about it, I would like go down that street just to, go down it like I'm just driving down it and see what's going on. What's poppin'? What kind of hood shit's dropping? Oh, and the ambulance is now turning down that. Here comes another one with just his lights on. Even though live during the day, I must say I don't really need to be disclosing myself like I got an entourage or something. That one person that don't like me is for because they don't like me doing this and I don't know them. I'm not gonna say where I'm at right now. If I did say, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I was just like, oh snap. I'm not surprised. What's the name? I did not know. I'm heck a weak right now. That street name. I'm heck a weak. There's another cop car. I guess this is where it's happening at. And I mean, I guess what makes sense. You're right by the airport. I mean, that's what I'm saying. What am I thinking about? I'm tripping. When I was in Oklahoma, and I had stayed by the airport, it was some madness going on there. Some wild madness just every day. I stayed there for like I want to say almost a week, if not a week, but I think for sure like 5 days. I had even grilled one night. I had a cool ass grill and connected a propane to what city? A known city. I'm not gonna say right now. I might have said earlier. But at the same time, like, what does it matter? Because there are so many damn. I could be finishing reading a book about the N word. That's what I'm currently doing. I could just read my book to y'all and satisfy all of those people who want to say the word, who like to say it. We got 2 hours. But see how much of it I could get out in 2 hours. So we can like just get it all out, the whole history. Hi. Hello. Buenos días. ¿Cómo está la música? Ouch. Oh, this. Oh, that shoulder is sore. About 13 years ago, I was playing with my eldest, and ouch. I felt my shoulder be like, ow. And now, I just need to keep working it out too. But that's it. Oh, I want to say I forgot. Like I've been like working it out a little bit. I need to stretch first while I do any of these things. I know. Oh. I should make a poll. Does anyone really understand what the N word, the history of the N word, how the N word came to be, came about? They got a lot of African featured slaves from Niger, Niger. I think it's a suburb of Nigeria. And that's the one thing that's not given really much credit. It's like, hey, we got the Nigers, the Nigers from Niger, and something just stuck to, even though they're like basically pronouncing it in their English. It's just in Africa, it'd probably just be pronounced Niger, Niger, Niger. But English, like American, because isn't it something how, like the British, as far as England for English, our English language was developed through England. But we have our own, somehow we didn't carry on that dialect that they have, where, it was spot of T and stuff. Somehow it's like that accent in Britain, England, the British, it relaxed, it slacked up. Since this is a book that I'm reading and it's some literature, I don't feel like I'm breaking any rules, especially 'cause I'm about to read it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cover my hand up, but um, find my glasses here. And it just makes reading more simpler. Well, let's get these out. All right. I'm gonna cover as much as. See what I have it like this. There we go. In the summer of 1918, Lieutenant George S. Schuler, proudly dressed in the uniform of the United States Army, stopped to get his boots shined at the Philadelphia Railroad Station. The boot black, a recent immigration from Greece, refused in a loud voice to serve a nigger. This affront helped push Schuyler into going absent without leave, an infraction for which he was briefly imprisoned. Although Schuyler became a writer and mined his own life for much of his material, this encounter with nigger as insult was so upsetting that he never publicly mentioned it. In 1932, a young black communist named Angelo Herndon found himself on trial for his life in Atlanta, Georgia, for allegedly organizing an insurrection. Testifying against him was a hostile witness who referred to him as a nigger. Herndon's black attorney, Benjamin Jefferson Davis, requested that a white judge intervene, prompting an ambiguous ruling. Now, this, what I'm reading, is all based on true historical and facts. The man, Randall Kennedy, wrote about his memoirs of learning about the N word, the variations of nigga, 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 nigger, niggered, nigger. Well, the Negro was still saying, he just, he touches on the beginning. We're still in the beginning, so that's why I'm taking off on page 14 out of about 180 pages. And so he did his own history on it, and then from the moment he realized, like, hey, wait a minute, I need to be insulted by this when certain people say it and the way they say it. Because he grew up with his grandmother, who she referred to black folks of different levels of niggerism. So it's almost just like, to me, using the word bitch. Depending on how it's said, will be the difference in somebody getting offended and somebody giving you a high five and telling you about their day. You know? Like if somebody's spouse came home, man to woman, woman to man, was like, bitch, what you do all day? Oh, it's on the popping, bitch. That's the first thing, bitch. But if it's their friend, girl or guys that usually in the homosexual world said to their friend, associate, bitch, what you do today? They're more than happy to tell them. So it's from whom it's coming from, and especially in what way. So you say it. All right. So now, Davis. I object, Your Honor. The term nigger is objectively prejudicial and insulting. Judge Wyatt, I don't know whether it is or not. However, I'll instruct the witness to call darky, which is a term of endearment. Radicalized by this experience, Davis himself soon after joined the Communist Party. The civil rights activist Davy Bates recalled an episode from her childhood in which a butcher refused to take her order until he had served all of the white customers in the shop. Regardless of whether she had preceded them, niggers have to wait, the butcher said. I might re-ask a question. Do you do you know the meaning for the N word? I'm gonna add a fact now. All right. When a clerk at a drugstore soda fountain called him nigger, 9-year-old Eli Green asked his foster mother what it meant. Why should I be called a nigger? He inquired. It must be very bad to be a nigger. Bothered by her refusal or inability to explain, the boy spent a sleepless night trying to decipher the meaning of this mysterious word. What could a nigger be? He wondered, and why should God make me a nigger? Paul Robeson earned a degree from Columbia Law School, but turned his back on a career as an attorney after, among other incidents, a stenographer refused to work for him, declaring, I never take dictation from a nigger. Malcolm X remembered that during his childhood, after his family fell apart following the murder of his father, the whites who served as his guardians openly referred to blacks as niggers. And then there was his encounter with the white teacher who, in recommending a career in carpentry rather than the law, urged young Malcolm to be realistic about being a nigger. When Jackie Robinson reported to the Brooklyn Dodgers' top minor league team, the manager earnestly asked the team's owner whether he really thought that niggers were human beings. Robinson, of course, would have to contend with nigger throughout his fabled career. During a game played on April 22nd, 1947, he recalled hearing hatred pour forth from the dugout of the Philadelphia Phillies as if it had been synchronized by some master conductor. Hey, nigger, why don't you go back to the cotton field where you belong? They're waiting for you in the jungles, black boy. We don't want you here, nigger. On a tour of the South in 1951, the journalist Carl Rowan tried to buy a newspaper in the white reading room or a train depot, since there were no papers in the colored waiting room. As he was about to pay, a white station agent hurriedly intervened to stop the transaction. Rowan complained that under the separate but equal theory of segregation, he should be able to purchase any item in the colored waiting room that was available in the white waiting room. But the station agent was insistent. Well, you'll have to go back and let the red cap come and get the paper, he explained. The red cap, he's darker than I am, and I've got the nickel. Where's the logic there, I argued. He's in uniform. I suppose I were in uniform of the United States Navy, you'd still have to go where niggers belong. In the early 1960s, at the height of his celebrity as a comedian, Dick Gregory ventured south to join other activists in protesting blacks' exclusion from the voting booth in his autobiography. He recounted an altercation he had with a policeman in Greenwood, Mississippi, who, without just provocation, shoved him and ordered, Move on, nigger. Thanks a man. Thanks for what? Up north, police don't escort me across the street against the red light. I said, move on, nigger. I don't know my way. I'm new in this town. The cop yanked on my arm and turned his head. Send someone over to show this nigger where to go, he hollered. Put one of my arms free and pointed at the crowd. Asked that white woman over there to come here and show me where to go. The cop's face got red, and there was spittle at the corner of his mouth. All he could say was, nigger, dirty nigger. I looked at him. Yo mama's a nigger. Probably got more Negro blood in her than I could ever hope to have in me. He dropped my other arm then and backed away, and his hand was on his gun. I thought he was going to explode, but nothing happened. I was sopping wet and too excited to be scared. Either Gregory was lucky or his celebrity gave him more protection than others enjoyed. When Charles McLaurin, an organizer with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, was jailed in Columbia, Mississippi, a patrolman asked him, "Are you a Negro or a nigger?" When McLaurin responded, "Negro," another patrolman hit him in the face when he gave the same reply to the same question. McLaurin was again beaten. Finally asked the question a third time, he answered, "I'm a nigger." And at that point, the first patrolman told him to leave town and warned, "If I ever catch you here again, I'll kill you." As a child, the playwright August Wilson stopped going to school for a while after a series of notes were left in his desk by white classmates. The notes read, "Go home, nigger." The Olympic sprinter Tommy Smith remembers an incident from his boyhood in which a white child snatched an ice cream cone out of his hand and snarled, "Niggas don't eat ice cream." Michael Jordan was suspended from school for hitting a white girl who called him a nigger during a fight over a seat on a school bus in Wilmington, North Carolina. Tiger Woods was tied up in kindergarten by older schoolmates who called him nigger. Recalling the difficulty she faced in raising her black son in a household with her white female lover, the poet Audre Lorde noted that for years in the name calling at school, boys shouted at her son, not shouted at not your mother's a lesbian, but rather your mother's a nigger. The musician Branford Marsalis has said he cannot remember a time when he was not being called nigger. If you grew up in the South, he observed, whites called you nigger from the time you were born, reminiscing about the first time someone called her nigger. The journalist Lene O'Neill Parker described a trip she took to Centralia, Illinois, with her parents. When she was 5 years old, she was playing in a park when two white girls walked up to me. They were big, impossibly big, 11 at least. They smiled at me. "Are you a nigger?" one of the girls asked. I stood very still, and my stomach grew icy. I I don't know, I told her, shrugging my shoulders, hiding my ears. Then the other girl repeated more forcibly this time, "Are you a nigger?" "You know a black person?" she asked. I wanted to answer her, to say something, but fear made me confused. I had no words. I just stood there and tried not to wet my panties. Then I ran. Wow, it's like all these people all of a sudden are pulling up. You got the cops right here in front of me. This dude just pulled to the side. So, like I said, well, not like I said, I'm reading this book. The title of it is Nigger, The Strange Career of a Troublesome Word. That's what it's about. The career of the word nigger. So it's not to offend anyone. It's not to, it's to educate. The strange career of a troublesome word. That's what it's about. That's what it is, and that's what I'm reading about. These are true incidents written by a man of color right there who, once he realized that word was bad, and when it was finally used against him, he said he hadn't experienced it until it happened, and eventually in life had him want to go deeper into understanding the origins and where it came from. So the strange career of a troublesome word is the best way to entitle and to explain about nigga. 3:30. The club done closed up now. By 3:30. But yeah, I know that might be a little bit too deep for y'all. I'm not ready for all that. You want to just like, let me get copyrighted, talk about some bull crap going on in my life. Or cheat date Tuesdays. Y'all got to take yourself out. Take your friend, your baby out. On a cheat date Tuesday. I don't like them part by me like that. Yeah, see. Once that dude sees that I got a handicap, he don't need to be tripping much. Because we kind of get a pass when we have a handicap sticker.